Hello there, everybody. We're so excited for you to be coming here in Zimbabwe on your mission trip. I hope you're excited as well.
Yeah, the trip is nearly upon us, so we
Yeah.
wanted to pick up from our last video and talk about our first C, which was communication.
Yes.
Here, there's many official languages, as you remember, but the most prominently spoken one in this region is Ndebele,
Mhm.
which is the language of
That is my
this one.
language. I grew up speaking that language. It's one of the languages with the clicks, by the way.
Mhm.
We're not going to teach you the clicks, don't worry. Or otherwise, you may end up breaking your tongue. We want you to come here. So, when I talk to you about some of the phrases, common phrases that are used here that can help you as you are here in Zimbabwe.
Yeah, usually what I found as someone who's not a native Ndebele speaker is even a simple greeting, even if I don't say it perfectly,
Yeah.
usually means a lot to people, and it's kind
Yes.
of a unifying thing that says, "Hey, I'm also trying to communicate with you."
Yes.
So we thought you guys might also want to give it a go, and
Yeah.
it might be good to learn a few words.
Exactly. Yes.
So, Kosi, since you're the expert, why don't you tell us how to say hello?
I'm the expert. The way you would say hello, the typical way, there's many ways, by the way, but the main one will be Sali Bonani.
Mhm.
Sali Bonani. That's the way you would say hello. So
Yeah,
that's the common one. Yeah.
and usually the first follow up is how are you? So why
Mhm.
don't you tell us how to say how are you?
Yeah. If you want to say, how are you? You would say, Unjani, Unjani. And that's how you would respond to that particular question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh, and then, should someone ask them the question, how would they respond to say that they are doing well?
Yes. You would say, Siya Pila.
Hmm.
Siya Pila, which actually literally means we are alive, or I'm alive, or I'm living. So
Hmm.
you say Siya Pila. That is how you say I'm doing fine.
Nice.
Mhm.
And then I'm sure at the close, maybe of the conversation or of the day, how would they say goodbye to the
Yes. If you
people
want to
in
say
their day?
goodbye again, there's several ways, but there's an easier one for you guys. That it's Li Sa Le. Li Sa Le. And that's
Yeah.
the common one there. And that one is pretty easy. Yes.
Yeah, I think that's good for like just a basic
Yeah.
conversation. There may be a couple of other words that you guys might also find useful, like maybe good morning.
Yes. If you want to say good morning, you will say Li Vukile. Li Vukile. Maybe that sounds tough, but I'm sure you get a hang of it. Yeah.
And what about good night?
Yeah. If you say good night, you will say Li La Le. That one kind of sounds like the other one, huh? Li La Le, and that's good night.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then perhaps the other one that would be useful to them would be thank you.
Yes. So, yeah, I'm sure you'll be meeting people and you want to say thank you in the language.
Yeah.
And the one for saying thank you is Siya Bonga.
Hmm.
Siya Bonga. Yeah, so Katie knows all those phrases. So if you're struggling with that, Katie will
Not the
help you.
expert, but I do know these.
And any one of our teammates will be glad to assist you
Yeah.
to remember those ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you guys can be practicing those in the meantime. And then we'd love for you guys to give it a shot when you're here. I think
Mhm.
people would be really impressed and appreciative of your efforts. So, yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna try to leave those words, those phrases on the comments on the section on YouTube or on social media platforms where this video is, and you can kind of see for yourself how those words are spelled and what they mean. So hopefully this was beneficial and helpful to you.
Yeah.
We cannot wait for you to be here in person.
Yep. See you soon.
See you soon. Bye. God bless.